Good afternoon, sports fans, and thank you for tuning to Sports Talk right here on the family station, Love 101 FM. My name is Kathya Davis, and we do Sports Talk every Saturday. I was going to say every day, but every Saturday between the hours of 1 to 2 p.m. right here on the family station, Love 101 FM. Deidre, big up to you. I know it's been a long morning. Hi, Deidre. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. All right. All right. So coming up, we have, of course, football to talk about. We have some cricket to talk about. And when I say football, we'll have local football, we'll have Champions League, we'll have Manning Cup, Da Costa Cup, because something's happened in the week. And boy, I know we spoke about a group being group of death last week, but that changed, guys. That changed. So we're gonna talk about that, and of course the matches that will take place today. And of course we have to talk about the Jamaica Premier League and of course the English Premier League. So we're up to having a good time. Of course our reggae girls, they were in action yesterday. And the West Indies, they were just in action a few moments ago. So we'll talk about that series in Sri Lanka. I would have, said some words last week or give some comments last week. I have more to add. So excited, of course, to share sports. And of course, if you'd like to participate in this show, you can send us a WhatsApp at 876-997-3125. Or you can join us on Facebook and on YouTube at Love 101 FM Jamaica. You can also download the app in the Apple Store or App Store. That's, at Love 101 FM Jamaica, and also in the Google Play Store at Love 101 FM Jamaica, where you can listen to Sports Talk as a podcast. Yes, we'll have those good features. And of course, not just Sports Talk, but all the shows that take place on the family station, Love 101. So again, I'm so excited to be with you guys, and we have lots to talk about. So many things, it's sports, so it just never gets tiring or boring. And also, we have a little, I'm going to share with you, basketball really just started. So we can talk about some of the, results of this week, or rather last week, right? And then just sports. So if you are interested in that, stick and stay with me until 2 o'clock, where we share with each other. All right, fantastic. So, we're not wasting any time today. We're getting right into the meat of the matter. So we're going to start, of course, with football. And of course, I'll give you the results of the English Premier League. And then I think I'll go to let me see. I may need to start with the Champions League, since that was earlier this week, and then we'll go to the English Premier League. So we'll start with those results. And of course, for those persons who don't have teams participated in the English Premier League, like me, yes, my side is one of them. But hopefully, my side can go on with something, and we can participate. If you're wondering, I am in a Malines United. Oh, let me turn. Okay, Malines United jersey. That's one of the teams in our Jamaica Premier League, and of course, the jerseys you can get at Admiral Sports. So, just in case you're wondering, yeah, you can get one at this if you're Malines United or any other club in the Jamaica Premier League. So, yeah, just getting that out of the way. All right. So As I said, we're going to start with what happened in the UEFA Champions League. Milan, they beat Club Brugge 3-1. Monaco, they were 5-1 winners over Previna the Visa. Arsenal, they beat Shakhtar 1-0. Aston Villa were 2-0 winners over Bologna. Juventus, they lost to Stuttgart 1-0. Interesting result there. Real Madrid beat Borussia Dortmund by 5-2. I tell you that every time you think that this new format of the Champions League will make things interesting, every time you think that it can't get any more interesting, it continues to produce results like this. Let me see. Lille, they beat Atletico Madrid by 3-1. Barcelona, they were 4-1 winners over Bayern Munich. Manchester City, they, and of course, we're highlighting the teams in the English Premier League. They were 5-0 winners over Sparta. And yeah, that's it. Inter, they beat Young Boys 1-0. Okay. Yeah. Okay, fine. But yeah, those are the results, or some of the results from the UEFA Champions League this week. And of course, with the Champions League new format, the teams will play a round robin, then they will separate them. Some teams would automatically qualify for the round of 16, and then they'll have a playoffs. And then, yeah, it's a lot of football, but I guess this gives an opportunity for all the teams to kind of state their claim. Not only that, but it gives them, you will definitely see the highs and the lows in the Champions League, because it's more than, just a home and away type of situation or a group situation. When it is that you get to play, in a round robin format, it gives a little balance, because at least you can definitely say you are the champions of Europe, if you get what I'm saying. But if you don't kind of play everybody, then you can't really say that you're the champions of Europe. I guess that's the thinking. I'm gonna go with that as a thinking, that why this format has been developed. And of course, this format also allows for the footballers to get more exposure and more game time, but it also means that more footballers will be prone to injuries. That is just the reality of the situation. I know we don't like to hear that, but the more football they played, the more minutes the footballers played, the more prone to injuries they are. So, I mean, it is what it is, really, right? All right, so we're skipping quickly over to the English Premier League. And of course, we'll start with the results from the end of round 8. So that would have been the matches that I would have told you that would have come up on, that would have been Sunday, because we would have given you the Saturday results. So the matches that would have taken place at the end of round 8. So Manchester City, they defeated Wolves 2-1. Liverpool, they defeated Chelsea 2-1. And Nottingham Forest, they were 1-0 winners over Crystal Palace. All right, so coming up now this morning, Nottingham Forest, they defeated Leicester 3-1, while Brentford defeated Ipswich 4-3, and Ipswich ended that match with 9 players, or 10 players rather. Brighton and Wolves, they played to a 2-2 draw. Aston Villa and Bournemouth, they played to a 1-1 draw. Manchester City defeated Southampton by 1-0, and Fulham is currently leading Everton 1-0, and that match is in the 82nd minute. So by the time, we end here in a few minutes, I'll tell you what the final results are in that match. All right, games coming up tomorrow. Manchester United, they'll be in action early tomorrow morning. Well, early-ish, 9 o'clock. Kickoff with West Ham. Chelsea plays Newcastle at 9 a.m. Crystal Palace plays Tottenham at 9 a.m. and the 11:30 game, which I think is the game, I would say the game of the round, will be Arsenal against Liverpool. And that will close out round 9 of the English Premier League. So let's see what the standings look like in the English Premier League with round 9 almost completed. So Manchester United, they have gone to the top of the table right now with 23 points, but Liverpool will play tomorrow, as I just said. So we will see what happens with the results. If it is that Liverpool will allow Manchester City to take the lead into this round. Aston Villa, they're still in third in 18 points, but they can be overtaken by Arsenal if Arsenal beats Manchester City, Manchester Liverpool tomorrow. Brighton, they're still in fifth, and I think they will remain in that place for the rest of round 9. Let's go to the teams in the relegation zone. You have Crystal Palace, Wolves, and Southampton. If Crystal Palace wins tomorrow, which we're not hoping happens because they're playing my team, right? But if Crystal Palace wins tomorrow, they will come out of the relegate or just out of the relegation zone in 17th place, and they will be replaced by Ipswich in 18th place. Wolves, Southampton will finish round 9 in the relegation zone. And to be honest, it's not looking so good because, I mean, after 9 games, Southampton has only drawn 1 game and lost 8 games. It's been tough going for the Wolves as well. They've drawn 2 games and lost 7 games. So it's hard for teams like that to, start the season like this. And it's very difficult for them to recover. But when it gets down to the nitty-gritty parts of the league, that is when things come very interesting, when more of the teams started to play in the Champions League and the Euros, the Carabao Cups, all of these, when all of those cups start to get into play and players start getting injured and, teams don't have the depth, that's usually when things get very interesting on the table. But we'll continue to watch as we'll continue to keep you posted on these games. So that's it for the English Premier League. And of course, we switch now to what's been happening in our local football in the Jamaica Premier League. So we would have had round 28, or rather, round 6 of the Jamaica Premier League. I don't know. And so I would have given you the matches. So these are the results of round 6 of the Jamaica Premier League. And this happened over Monday, and some other in the week matches were played. All right. So they defeated Dumbehold in 3-0. Portmore United, they were 2-1 winners over Chapelton Maroons. Humber Lion and Montego Bay, they played to a 0-0 draw. Arnett Gardens, they beat Mullines United 3-0. Cavalier Mount Pleasant, they played to a 2-2 draw. Tivoli Gardens, they beat Racing 1-0. And Waterhouse, they played Harborview, defeated Harborview 1-0. And in the midweek games, Tivoli Gardens and Mount Pleasant, they played to a 1-0 draw, whilst Tivoli Gardens and Mullines United played to a 0-0 draw, while Mount Pleasant and Waterhouse ended 0-0 as well. Before I give you this week's games, I'll tell you what the standings are. So Montego Bay, they're currently at the top of the standings on a better goal difference than Waterhouse. So Waterhouse, Montego Bay, they have the same points, but Montego Bay United has a better goal difference. Portmore United, they are on 12 points in 3rd place, and rounding out the top 4 currently in the Jamaica Premier League is Cavalier. And then in the relegation zone for the Jamaica Premier League, we have Mullines United. They're on 4 points, and Dumbeholding FC, they have yet to get off the mark in the Jamaica Premier League. And we kind of understand, if you know the situation with Dumbeholding, they had a coach, didn't have a coach, got new coach. So I suppose with this changing of coaches, the players getting acclimatized to the new coaches, etc., etc. So we're just ensuring that, well, I guess they're just ensuring that, to get to the new coaches. And as I said, the players getting acclimatized, that takes a little while. Each coach will come with its own coaching style. So we'll see if any improvements can be made for Dumb Beholden to make the season more interesting. You don't like when the teams remain in relegation for the entire season. All right, we're going to go for our first break right here on Sports Hub. But we'll come back. We're going to be talking about the matches coming up in round 7 of the Jamaica Premier League. We'll be right back here on Sports Talk.
Hey! It's a great way to get Flow prepaid mobile plans. You know the plans that give you real unlimited social media, YouTube, anywhere calls, meet for TikTok, and for limited time only, get a 28-day plan for only $2,900 when you activate through the app. That's a $500 saving.
The easy, convenient way to save on your Flow 28-day prepaid mobile plan with unlimited social and anywhere calls is to download the Top of Flow app or visit topoflow.com.
Download today and start saving.
Every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. on Love 101, you're invited to listen to The Revival of Truth with Bishop Augustine Odie. There is life beyond the surface, life that is divine, life that is eternal. You can hear the truth of God's word and go deeper in purpose. Revival of Truth with Bishop Augustine Odie, Sundays 2:30 to 3 p.m. on the family station, Love 101.
Roll call.
The Love Jockey is on duty every Saturday inside Youth Connection. Don't miss the hype. Don't miss the tunes. Don't miss the excitement with your boy, DJ Rebirth. Saturdays at 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. on the family station, Love 101. At 3 p.m., your DJ runs the gospel rhythm. Hot. Tune in at 4 p.m. for a time where we share a word to grow your mind. GYM, grow your mind. Jim, get it? Grow your mind. And at 4:30 p.m., we share with you how young people are giving all their time and fulfilling their purpose inside Ministry in Action. We get a taste of poetry and spoken word inside Poetry and Praise. And you get to send us a WhatsApp message and request your favorite gospel song inside Gospel Faves at Vibe. All this and more every Saturday at 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. with your love jock, your boy, DJ Rebirth. It's all here on the family station, Love 101.
Youth Connection. Shuboti and them figure he provide everything on vibe before we chat. Shuboti and them figure him alone make we appear when we did chat.
Every Saturday, 7 p.m. to midnight on Love 101. You're invited to travel in time with music at its best. It's a gospel music machine with the gospel music master. From your favorite choir music to Christian contemporary, a touch of reggae and the Caribbean feel.
Gospel music machine.
Till I play the tune. Yep, the gospel music master is still playing the tunes down alone. And he's definitely your music master. Saturdays, 7 p.m. to midnight. You won't regret the link. It's on the family station, Love 101.
That is all I need.
All right, welcome back to Sports Talk right here on the family station, Love 101 FM. I am your host, Kathya. All right, so just before the break, we were talking about going into round 7 of the Jamaica Premier League, and we are going to tell you the matches coming up in this round. All right, so tomorrow, and because I want to also give you the venues where the matches will be played. So let me give you that. All right, let's just do the matches. All right, let's do. So Malines United, they will play Humber Lion. Dumb Beholden, they'll face Harborview, and the Malines United Humber Lion match, that one is set to kick off at 1 o'clock. The Dumb Beholden Harborview match, that is set to kick off at 3 p.m. Mount Pleasant versus Tivoli Gardens. That match is set to kick off at 3:15. And that's a doubleheader because the next match in that doubleheader will be Montego Bay United versus Portmore. And I do believe these matches are at Catherine Hall tomorrow. Montego Bay versus Portmore at 5:30. Then on the 28th, which is on Monday, we have a early match. Arnett Gardens will play Cavalier at midday, and Chapelton Maroon and Waterhouse, they will play at 5, and Racing and Vere, they will play at 7:30. So all teams will be in action in this round with the Monday day evening night matches, and of course tomorrow's games as well. So we're looking forward. If I were to say, which matches, because I try to do that, the exciting match or the matches I'm looking forward to, or the matchups that I'm looking forward to in this particular round, I definitely say Montego Bay Portmore United, based on where they are in the standings, and Arnett Gardens Cavalier. That is always a very interesting match, as well as, yeah, I think that's it. The Racing Veer match, let me tell you why the Racing Veer match is going to be interesting. Racing has been playing very good football, and they might not have been getting the results out of these games so far, but they have been very consistent in terms of their style of play. I've watched one Veer game so far for the season, and to me, sometimes this team comes up a little bit suspect, especially in the midfield and defensive areas. And if Veer allows Racing to control the midfield, then Veer is in for a day of run up and down, because it will be very hard. Veer loves, and this is just based on who Lenny Hyde and Craig Butler are in terms of coaches. They love to control football games. But if they're outnumbered as I said, if they allow Racing to get control in the midfield, then it would be a day for them. And I saw that especially when Veer played Portmore United a few rounds ago. I think Portmore defeated them 3-0. That was like what happened for the entire game. Portmore pretty much dominated the midfield, and the wingers just ran at defenders all match, and Veer just didn't have any. They just didn't have any say in that match. So that is what that is. And as I said, those are the matches that we're looking forward to coming up in the round of 7 in Jamaica Premier League. Of course, where to catch the Jamaica Premier League. I have to talk about the Jamaica Premier League because I'm all for us supporting local football. Wow, right? So where to catch all the games. And of course, I'm just gonna plug now. You can also download the Jamaica Premier League app. Yes, you can download the app so you can keep posted on the games and the results as well, if you'd like. And if you have a team, you also can indicate what your team is, and you will get some features related to that team as well. So, just a short plug for the Jamaica Premier League, because we want to see football advance in Jamaica so that we can make it. It is now becoming the Premier League of the Caribbean. Caribbean players are looking to be a part of this, and it's expanding, and we want it to continue growing leaps and bounds. All right. So we're just going to jump a little. One of the Jamaica Premier League sides, Cavalier, they were in action, semi-final action. So they went away to play semi-final action earlier this week. And they were able to hold that side to a 0-0 draw. So they now will come back to Jamaica, which hopefully they can win that so that they can advance to the semifinals of the CFU. So interesting days ahead for Cavaliers. We're happy that they went away and got a 0-0 draw so that they are able to, be or at a better advantage when they're playing at home. All right. Okay, so that's it for the Jamaica Premier League. We're gonna talk about the Reggae Girls. So the Reggae Girls, they were in action yesterday against France. Of course, it's not the first time we're playing France. They would have played France in the FIFA Women's World Cup that would have taken place last year. So I'm gonna share with you the results. It wasn't a good result for the girls, but I think we had some new players in the squad, and I suspect they are still getting used to the playing in this group. Not only that, it was raining for most of the time in France, and it was very cold for the girls. So, and most of our girls, they play in the in USA. So I know it was a little bit different. I think Drew Spence plays in England. So, and Khadija Bonishaw, because of passport issues, was not there. Kanaya Plummer was also not there. So, but so they were defeated 3-love by France. France had most of the possession of the game, having 75 percentage play. That is France. France social shots was 32. So the defenders were under it. We had 10 goalkeeper save. France had 20 corner kicks. We had none. France was able to complete 671 passes. Jamaica was able to complete 227 passes, which gives you a better idea of what the possession looks like. And France really dominated in the midfield, and they really dominated coming on the wing. Most of the shots, they were able to take a lot of the shots, players coming through the middle. And so a lot of the shots were penetrated just inside the 18-yard area. Most of the shots, 90% of the shots were there. They only took like 5 shots or 6 shots right outside of the 18-yard area, which means that we were under pressure for almost the entire 90 minutes. We were able to keep them at bay for about 22 minutes. The team kind of looked okay for those 22 minutes, but one breakdown in defense, and then it just kind of all spiraled from there. We saw France score in the 22nd, 39th, and 48th minute. We had 2 shots on target. So overall, it was, I didn't expect us to beat France, but it does say to me that we need to have our girls playing more football together. We need to find ways to create for them to, play more football, be able to play more as a team. So I guess at best at the international breaks or whenever, creating more chances for the girls to play. And of course, if we're inviting new players, then for them to get new to the system. It was good to see, just especially with everything. And you guys would have heard me articulate for months the issues with the JFF and the girls, and we're glad that those issues are now behind us and we can look forward. But I know that in that period, you can see that in terms of the chemistry that the team would have had together, or the chemistry the team would have had rather, that's kind of lost. So it's now us creating the momentum or building that momentum once again for the team to be together. We're gonna take a voice note. Yes, we're gonna take a voice note. Read the Reggae Girls. Let's hear what this person has to say.
Awareness, thank God. They catch us at a time when Shaw wasn't there, but next time.
Okay, yes, that person was highlighting the fact that Khadija Bonishaw was not in the side. And as I said, she was not in the side because of passport issues, seeming to me that her passport, well, if it's passport issues, it may just need to be renewed. And I don't think that was done. Well, that was not done in time. Neither Kanaya Plummer. So hopefully in our December games, we have 2 games in December, and I'll keep you posted on those games. We're gonna go for another break right here on Sports Talk. When we come back, we're gonna be talking about what's happening in schoolboy football, because things have become very interesting in schoolboy football. And of course, we're still to talk about the West Indies last game in Sri Lanka. We'll be right back on Sports Talk.
Shop and win a mega kitchen from Megamart. Spend $6,000 or more before GCT at any Megamart location and fill out the entry form provided for a chance to win a brand new stove, fridge, and microwave this Christmas from Appliance Traders Limited. Visit us on social media to win monthly prizes courtesy of Lasco, Brace Foods, and Face the Commodity Company Limited. Promotion runs from September 30 to December 6th. Shop now to win a mega kitchen from Megamart. The best value by far. Conditions apply. Must be 18 years or older to enter. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the 13 Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Every Saturday, 7 p.m. to midnight on Love 101. You're invited to travel in time with music at its best. It's a gospel music machine with the gospel music master. From your favorite choir music to Christian contemporary, a touch of reggae and the Caribbean feel.
Gospel music machine.
Till I play the tune. Yep, the gospel music master is still playing the tunes down alone. And he's definitely your music master. Saturdays, 7 p.m. to midnight. You won't regret the link. It's on the family station, Love 101.
That is all I need. Get ready for an inspiring time inside Love in the Morning this Monday, October 28th. Listen throughout the show for tips on how to become the best version of who you are in the future, becoming you. Grab your cup of coffee. I'm going to start the day right with the Morning Coffee Pick Me Up devotional at 6 a.m. Cruise with Love on your radio at 7 a.m. inside Drive Time Jammings with great music to lift your day. At 8:30 a.m. inside the Healthy Way, we discuss dyshydrosis. And at 9:30, we bring you something more, brought to you by the Faith Cathedral Deliverance Center. So stick and stay with us this Pick Me Up Monday inside Love in the Morning, 5 to 10 a.m. on the family station, Love.
This is Hurricane Alert, a bulletin of hurricane preparedness tips presented by Love 101 FM.
When a hurricane forms anywhere near the Caribbean, the Met Office will issue reports about its strength, speed, and duration. If there is a possibility of it passing Jamaica, you will be informed. You should monitor your radio and listen for advisories issued by the Met Office. These advisories are given every 6 hours or more frequently if the situation demands. These advisories will give information on the location, strength, speed, and movement of the storm. In some cases, the hurricane may be a few hundred miles away and yet produce high winds and severe flooding.
You've just heard Hurricane Alert, a bulletin of hurricane preparedness tips. Keep listening to Love 101 FM for more helpful tips when next we present Hurricane Alert.
All right, welcome back to Sports Talk right here on the family station, Love 101. All right, and I hear that we've changed. Yeah, we'll have a new person at the board now. Nadine, good afternoon. Hope you're well. We'll talk. All right.
Yes,
So,
I'm good.
okay, fantastic. All right, so we're moving on, and I know Nadine loves when she hear me talk about sports, so she gets an opportunity to be first-hand receiver today. All right, so moving right along, we are talking about the Issa Manning and the Costa Cup. We are now in round 2, second round action happening, and boy, have things just kicked off crazy. And that's the only word I use to describe what has happened. So first of all, let's just take a look at the in the Da Costa Cup. Let's talk about the teams that are in the round of 16. All right. So we're gonna go look at the groups. So this is information. So the groups, zone 1, we have Kemps Hill, Stets, Garvey Maceo, and Alphonsus Davis. In zone 2, rather, we have Froome Technical, Monroe College, Cornwall College, and Clarendon College. In zone 3, we have Happy Grove, Glenmuir, Dintale, and Otorias High. And in zone 4, we have Central, McGraw, Denbigh, and Manchester High. And if you ask me, I think the group that will maybe be the problem group, I don't know what to call it, problem group. I don't necessarily think it's the group of death, but it's going to be an interesting group, I think, will be the Froome Technical, Monroe, Cornwall College, Clarendon College group. That group, boy, is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. But let's look at the matches coming up today in the Issa Da Costa Cup. So, well, we'll look at today's matches, the games to be played on Tuesday and on Wednesday. All right. So today, Kemps Hill, they will play Alphonsus Davis. That will happen at the Wembley Centre of Excellence Centre. That game kicks off at 3 o'clock. Actually, all the games kick off at 3 o'clock. And then we'll have Stets and Garvey Maceo. They play at Stets at 3. Froome Tech plays Clarendon College at 3 o'clock. Monroe, they play Cornwall College at Monroe at 3. Happy Grove, they play Otorias High. And that goes off at 3 o'clock. Glenmuir, Dintale, they play at Glenmuir. Central, Manchester, they play at Fogo Road. McGrath, Denbigh, that plays at Dintale. And that will round off action for today. On Tuesday, Garvey Maceo plays Kemps Hill. That happens at Fogo Road. Dintale plays Happy Grove. That happens at Dintale. Glenmuir plays Otorias High. That happens at Glenmuir. And then on Wednesday, Monroe College will play Clarendon College. That happens at Monroe. Cornwall plays Froome at Jarrett Park. Denbigh plays Central High at the Wembley Excellence Centre. And McGrath plays Manchester High at Dintale. And as I said, the group that I'm looking forward to, or I think will be the interesting group, is Zone 2. However, at this stage in the game, it's going to be the top 2 of each group that goes through to the semifinals, or quarterfinals. It's about to get interesting. And I'm looking forward to all these games. Of course, it's no play or your team, because if you happen to have a loss or a draw, and then you're gonna have to be dependent on somebody to win so that you can play, it's that time where it's gets a little chaotic, especially for the teams. All right, so we're moving on to the Manning Cup action. So yesterday, the round of 16 Manning Cup action actually started. That the first matches in that round saw Stats playing Wilma's Boys. They played to a 2-all draw, and Mona defeated, dismissed St. Jago High 6-love. And we'll talk a little bit more about that particular match and a particular celebration. We'll talk. All right, so let's give you the groups now in the Manning Cup. Group 1 sees Mona, St. George's, Campion, and St. Jago. Group 2 sees Eltham, the only undefeated school still in schoolboy football, whether in Manning or the Costa Cup for the season. Eltham, Tivoli, Jonathan Grant, and Excelsior. Group 3 sees Casey, Stats, Woolmer's Boys, and Hydel. And Group 4 sees St. Catherine JC, Calabar, and Charlie Smith. And of course, boy, Group 3 seems to be because KC starts Wilma's Heidel. Yeah, that group is going to be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So we'll see what happens. I think I will declare or call this particular group the group of death, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Stick and stay. Next week, Saturday, we'll have the roundup of what will happen this week, of course, in both Manning and the Costa Cup. All right. So we'll give you today's games and Tuesday's games happening in the Manning Cup. All right, so St. George's, they play Campion. That happens at St. George's. That game kicks off at 3 p.m. Eltham plays Excelsior. That happens at Eltham. That's the first of the doubleheader. That game just kicked off 10 minutes ago at 1:30. The second game in that doubleheader at Eltham sees St. Catherine playing Charlie Smith. Tivoli Gardens, they play Jonathan Grant at JC at 3 o'clock. JC plays Calabar at Stadium East, the first of the two doubleheaders at Stadium East today. That match kicks off at the top of the hour at 2 o'clock. And the second match in that doubleheader sees KC taking on Heidel at 4:10 p.m. Campion College, they play. And so that will end today's game. Sorry. Going to Tuesday now. Tuesday, Campion will play Mona JC at 2 o'clock, while JC and Charlie Smith, they will play in the second doubleheader match on Tuesday at 4:10 p.m. On Tuesday as well, George's will play St. Jago at George's at 3 o'clock. Jonathan Grant plays Eltham at GC Foster College at 3 o'clock. Wilma's Boys plays KC at the Stadium East. That's the first match in the doubleheader at the Stadium East on Tuesday. That match kicks off at 2 p.m. And the second match in that doubleheader sees Tivoli Gardens plays Excelsior at 4:10 p.m. Stats plays Heidel at the Anthony Spalding Complex at 3 p.m., whilst Calabar will play St. Catherine High at Calabar at 3 p.m. And of course, next week, Saturday, we'll give you the results of these matches as well as how the teams are, because by that time, by the time we're speaking next week, Saturday, there'll be now 2 matches played and gives a better idea of how the matches will be, especially going into the last set of matches next week, Saturday. So will be interesting. We'll see exactly what's going on in the Manning Cup. So just before we run to the break, because we have another break coming up, I want to talk about an interesting celebration that took place yesterday in the Mona St. Jago match. Now, let me start by saying our schoolboys have developed it over the years, developed creative ways of celebrating a victory or a goal. When a goal is scored, they have their different celebrations. And of course, these celebrations are not just celebrations that they just pick out of their pockets during the 90 minutes. These are things that the teams plan, the boys plan. This is what they're gonna do. All of that. The celebration yesterday, though, was interesting for me. And let me tell you why it was interesting. It was different, but I'm not sure that I liked it. But there was also because I don't support like when they do the gun signal. I don't like that celebration either. When they do the dances and do the flips and all of that, I'm good with that. But children, in my opinion, children should remain children and act like children. Right? Cool. The celebration yesterday with Mona, 2 other players putting on what you call, I don't even know how to describe those masks. But it wasn't, I don't know. It came off as very jeering, in my opinion. And I don't know if I kind of put that type of celebration as well as the one with them doing like using the gun signal. I think those are very close in how I'd compare. I understand that, boys especially kind of, they want to celebrate, especially it's big matches. It's not round two of the Manning Cup or the Da Costa Cup. So you want to do something special. But I'm not sure the putting on of masks, especially those type of looking masks. I can't even describe exactly how the masks look like, but if you see the other newspapers, you will definitely see one of the newspapers do have a picture of the mask on the front page of the sports headlines. I don't know. You tell me, what are your thoughts? I don't know if I liked it. It came off as very too jarring for me. It came off a little, yeah. It wasn't, I don't think it was nice. I wouldn't, yeah. Interesting. That's what I would say. It came off as very interesting. And I know there will be opposing views on this. So let's hear what you have to say. 876-997-3125. But we're gonna go for a break, and when we'll come back, I'll just share a few more thoughts on that, and then we'll talk about some cricket. We'll be right back right here on Sports Talk.
The time is now. Beat the clock with the Yard and Road Heroes Day Flash Sale. Sign up for Yard and Road for only $5,300 plus GCT and get a Visa cash card loaded with $15,000 that you can use at the supermarket, gas station, and more. Plus, you can get a Samsung A05 for only $1,999 plus GCT when you sign up. This offer ends soon. Sign up for Yard and Road today. Visit discoverflow.co or a Flow store for more details. Conditions apply.
Love 101 invites you to set your day before it begins with midnight prayer and praise, Mondays at midnight. It's the third prayer watch, a period of much spiritual activity. You will be strengthened during this time of prayer and praise. Midnight prayer and praise is during the third watch of the night, the time to strengthen yourself spiritually and seek direction. Time to command your day. Midnight prayer and praise, Mondays at midnight through to 3 a.m. early Tuesday morning. 3 hours to set your day with prayers offered in each hour. Midnight prayer and praise is on the family station, Love 101.
Love 101, the family station, invites you to Take Time Drive. You can hear reminders and tips on why you should take time drive. Take Time Drive, a villaging of the road safety tips to help you keep safe and your head sound while driving. You only have one life. Drive it well. Take Time Drive on the family station, Love 101.
The Love Jockey is on duty every Saturday inside Youth Connection. Don't miss the hype. Don't miss the tunes. Don't miss the excitement with your boy, DJ Rebirth. Saturdays at 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. on the family station, Love 101. At 3 p.m., your DJ runs the gospel rhythm. Hot. Tune in at 4 p.m. for a time where we share a word to grow your mind. GYM, grow your mind. Jim, get it? Grow your mind. And at 4:30 p.m., we share with you how young people are giving of their time and fulfilling their purpose inside Ministry in Action. We get a taste of poetry and spoken word inside Poetry and Praise. And you get to send us a WhatsApp message and request your favorite gospel song inside Gospel Faves at Vibe. All this and more every Saturday at 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. with your love jock, your boy, DJ Rebirth. It's all here on the family station. Love 101.
Youth Connection. Shuboti and them figure he provide everything on right with our chat. Shuboti and them figure him alone make we appear when we did chat.
Get ready for an inspiring time inside Love in the Morning this Monday, October 28th. Listen throughout the show for tips on how to become the best version of who you are in the future, becoming you. Grab your cup of coffee. I'm going to start the day right with the Morning Coffee Pick Me Up devotional at 6 a.m. Cruise with Love on your radio at 7 a.m. inside Drive Time Jammings with great music to lift your day. At 8:30 a.m. inside the Healthy Way, we discuss dyshydrosis. And at 9:30, we bring you something more. Brought to you by the Faith Cathedral Deliverance Center. So stick and stay with us. This Pick Me Up Monday inside Love in the Morning, 5 to 10 a.m. on the family station, Love.
All right, welcome back to Sports Talk on your family station, Love 101 FM. The name is Kathya, and we are in our final segment of the show today. All right, so before the break, we were discussing the celebration the celebration by some Mona students against St. Jago. And as I said, I think in everything we need to use wisdom, I guess. So personally, I would not use that celebration going forward because I just don't think that it comes off okay. That's all I'm saying. As I said, you might have a different opinion and say, let the boys be boys, but we have to kind of take it down a notch, is what I'm saying. So that's it. All right. So moving on into our final section, we're gonna be talking about the West Indies. Finally, and well, finally in the ODI series, the West Indies have won a match. Finally. And you guys know how I feel because we won the first T20, lost the next two. We lost the first two ODIs. And I guess, as my grandmother would say, to take shame out of their eyes, the West Indies have won the final match against Sri Lanka. Finally, they won. Finally, we have something to cheer about. I don't know how we feel about that, but it wasn't the waste of an eyesight, as I love to say. All right, so let's look at the scores in the game today. Okay, cool. So it was raining, so the match was reduced to 23 overs per side, with Sri Lanka batting first. And if you know me, I'm always saying I know West Indies to, over the years, be a good chasing team. I don't know, somehow when they put us into bat first, it's like we don't remember how to bat. And then the bowlers have to come in and do all this work. But I don't know, it's crazy to me. I think it's just a mental thing that in West Indies cricket, they just love chasing. All right, so putting into bat first, bowlers didn't do too bad, restricting Sri Lanka for 156 for 3, right? And of course, in reply, the West Indies, they made 192 for 96 for 2. Again, there was rain in the match, so both sides were restricted to 23 overs. And people, at a point, I didn't really think that the West Indies, they were going to make it. I'm gonna be honest. So sometimes when you start to see some things happening with the West Indies, who are known to pick defeat out of the jaws of victory. Yeah, you heard what I said. Because that's exactly what they do. Some of the time you're like, yeah, man, easy thing. A run per ball, easy, and then you just somehow you walk away from the TV, you come 4 batsmen out, and you're like, what happened? Right. So let's talk about the scorers now. Brandon King, this has been a really tough. I mean, other than that first game in the first T20, it's been a rough series for Brandon. He only made 16 today. Shea Hope made 22 off 27. And of course, the man himself, and he's been putting on good performance. Both of them rather. Evan Lewis, Shafin Rutherford, they have been very consistent for the most part this season. Evan Lewis, he made 102 not out of 61 balls. And Shafin Rutherford, another half century to his name, 50 of 26. So, which means that the West Indies, they would have won by 8 wickets by the Duckworth Lewis method. if you ask me my thoughts again in this entire series with the West Indies, I don't know. As Darren Sammy coach said last week, it wasn't about winning the series. And I don't know. Is sometimes I have to say, is that the coaches go to when they don't win a series? Because he's like, oh, we didn't really come here to win the series. So I'm like, why did you go exactly? I mean, yes, there are other things that you can work on, but who goes to a series thinking, yeah, my aim is not to win the series? I'm not so convinced. Are you? Because I'm not very convinced. I'm like, okay, I get the coaches have something to say, but no, tell me, like you saying the goal was not to win the series to me is unacceptable. Tell me something else. Tell me something else that is a little bit more believable, and I will believe it. But that, not going to be able to believe that. Again, in Sri Lanka, it's about spin. I still think that we have to find a way to improve on our performance against spin. I think currently probably Evan Lewis and Sheffrin Rutherford are, in my estimation, the only two players right now who can play spin. And some days it's a hit or miss for both of them. But I don't think we practice. We play against enough spin to yeah. And it's as I said, the series was interesting. We lost both series 2-1, having won the first T20 match in the first series. So it's two series, T20 and ODI. Won the first T20, lost the second two. Then in the ODIs, we lost the first one and won the last one. Yeah. It's looking to see how it is that the West Indies move on from here. Most of the players, I think some of them will be coming back. I don't think they will they make it to play regional cricket, but we'll see how that will go. Yeah, it's time for us to kind of look at now what is next for the West Indies. We have to, as I said, one of the things coming out of the series is that we have to be better. We have to get better practice, and we have to be better at playing spin. I think that was the resounding thing here. And of course, because that had to do with our batting. The batting was really, 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 I mean, other than I think today and the first game, the batting was atrocious, if you ask me. I mean, it wasn't anything to write home about. And I know Sri Lanka is at home and you'd say, oh, well, maybe they've set the pitch or whatever, but it's the same conditions the two sides have to play under. So why it is that we can't get it together? Why it is that I heard a gentleman saying the other day, boy, every time he gets hopeful that West Indies cricket is turning around, it goes back to the same thing. And I think that's exactly how I feel sometimes. Because I'm like, everybody has the same set of technology. You can have the videos, know where are the weak spots, but boy, I think most of the teams know West Indies' weak spot than we know their weak spots. But I think they do have the West Indies do have another series coming up, so we'll keep you posted on that. And of course, we'll keep you posted on all sports happening. Remember, so we're talking about the games going on in the Da Costa Cup, the Manning Cup, and the Jamaica Premier League. So you have a lot of football, whether you want to watch it at a high school level or the Jamaica Premier League level, there's football all around for us to get involved in. So if you're a sports fan or not a sports fan, or you just want to go watch a game, find one of the games, man. Go watch some. I mean, the football is a little all over the island now, so we can get involved at whatever level we'd like to get involved. I'm imploring you, I'm encouraging you to get involved in the local football, so we're able to build up our local football, whether at the high school level or at the Premier League level. That has been Sports Talk today. Of course, we do this every Saturday between the hours of 1 to 2 p.m. right here on the family station, Love 101 FM. And don't forget that you can listen to Sports Talk as a podcast in the Love 101 FM app, or you can download it in the App Store or the Google Play Store. I want to say special thanks to Nadine and Deidre, who are now here. And yeah, hi Nadine.
Hi
And
there.
yes, I'll see you. I'll catch you next week. Bye.
That's it. Bye. I was gonna say, I wonder why some of the cricketers, I don't understand much, as you know, but do they want to win? All right, so thank you. Bye.
Would you like them to put me off the air? Huh? You don't want me to continue. Oh Lord.
Have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much.
You too.
All right.